with Israel, but I would speak about why I believe that Ms. Baer is not critiquing the previous administration. She wrote very specifically her thoughts in the days immediately following 9/11. And the thesis of her article that she wrote while sitting at Harvard was that, well, we ask the world to ardently preserve our historic and symbolic values, that America must live up to its shameful history of not standing up for those values itself.
Respond to that.
She's protecting the previous administration because she's called our country hypocritical. She said that we have a shameful history, and she said that immediately after 9/11, we shouldn't emerge more strong and more proud.
Please, Ms. Baer, respond to that direct criticism.
I'm glad to have the opportunity to address head-on Representative Mast's disgraceful misconstrual of what I said. First of all, I want to say that 9/11 had a profound impact on my life. It happened my senior year of college. It's the reason that I went into foreign policy and spent the bulk of my career working to defend American values abroad, because I knew that our country was safer, more prosperous, more secure when other countries around the world are more like us, when they're democratic, when they celebrate human rights. Now, I wrote an op-ed after 9/11, and in that op-ed, I said that I was humbled. I was humbled by the fact that countries around the world saw an attack on America as an attack on themselves. And I said, if other countries can see as an attack on America as an attack on ourselves, then we should see an attack on American values anywhere in the world as an attack on ourselves. And we should be working harder day by day to go out and defend those values. That's what I did in my career. That's what I did when I advised two secretaries of states on how to promote democracy and human rights around the world, which this administration, by its own admission, doesn't do anymore. And frankly, I find it disgraceful, because I have never questioned Congressman Mast's patriotism, and I find it deeply disgraceful that he feels a need to discredit mine.
The paper was titled,
talk about that.
From Hypocrisy to Humanity.
Do you think she's less of a patriot than you?
I think that if I would have said that we have a shameful history and that we should not be more proud and more strong, literally in the days after 9/11, then somebody should say that I am less patriotic. I would encourage you, Ms. Baer, to go to one of the honor flight ceremonies where our World War II veterans, our Korean War veterans, our Vietnam veterans are coming home, and tell them that they haven't stood up for American values. I would encourage you to go out there and speak to people in our community, friends of mine that served in Somalia, that went out there and lost Army Rangers and Delta operators and Black Hawk pilots, and tell them that they didn't stand up for American values, because that's what you wrote in your op-ed. You said we were hypocritical and we weren't standing up for our values.
I need to give you 30 seconds.